Hello everyone, I'm very happy to see you again. Today I introduce you about some improvement to copy Tesla model with any version. You have the Tesla model full detail in 2022. You export to data model file and you read the data model file to Tesla structure 21 or any other version with full detail code well or Tesla 2020 and export data and read out model data with full detail well cast beam plate. Let us show you the way to control numbering for single bar at your expected. The idea we get our single bar from model. We arrange and sort bar follow the rule, profile, length, both parameter, and we assign number to all bar at your expected one by one. After that, we perform numbering for all bar or only bar you want. Example numbering Tesla default bar mark arrange random depend on the order you model bar on model. Making our QI drawing have a waste more time to control and review. We make numbering tool to control all the bar mark follow profile for length, bow or chamfer too easy for making and QI single bar drawing that look more professional. Now we go to more detail to understand more how we do. We have our Tesla model in 2022. We select all the model and we export data to database file. The tool will export all the model to data file. And now we open our Tesla model and we set workbench to anywhere you want and read data file. Just export and that's import all the model back well detailed almoting for you. Very fast and almoting cutting. And you can see that almoting cut well and bow import together. You can see the cut well bow almost the same with the cutting, concrete structure, boxing, both everything in the correct. In the our model structure full detail. When you copy to the our Tesla model, that also keep check everything. Cause bow well correct the location. Yes, very fast and easy. In the program we get one by one for beam, for poly beam, for counter plate, and you can expand more. Each the beam we get the extra database for the cut, cutting, fitting plan. We check all the cut with the fitting or cut plan or back cut or attack back with the bowline back. And you can check more and more depend on the project height and your request. Also for the well and for the bow with the array bow or circle bow or array leak bow. Yeah, each one by one and you get the data for the model. And after that we read the data file. We make the same. We read the data for almost tie with the back for beam, for poly beam, counter plate, and for the fitting, cutting beam, and for attack beam and well and bow also. Yes, one by one for each. And finally we perform the copy for each type for the beam, poly beam, counter plate for each one by one, and we make the function to copy for each type. Yes, that is the idea. You can expand more and more. Example model 2, we have the full detail for bow well almost structure in Tesla 2022. And now we export this model to data file. We select only part if you want export, but that also include for all the bow and well. Check one by one and export to data file. Yes, that's only 36 seconds for all the full model. Now we try to import to the our Tesla version 21. Example, we read the data. Let's copy for all the beam. Copy one by one for structure, beam, counter plate, well, cut, and easy for you to rebuild the model or copy model from model to any version. You can improvement for also the component or other object type if you want. Yes, now you can see that full detail almost copy for you, fast and easy. Very easy for you to backup model or transfer model to model. Yeah, in the new Tesla version that have all structure and that's copy 100% for structure to our version with full cutting, bow and well. Yeah, you can improve more for other type item occur beam or repair also one by one in the near future if you want. And also for drawing, you can click and copy if you want. Now we go more detail to numbering control for single bar. We have this data. The first we clear all the bar and numbering. Perform numbering default Tesla for all single bar. Side the numbering. We create report to check. You can see the numbering for single bar. Random for blast profile, and L profile. That random and that take you more time to control when you QI or making workshop for single bar drawing. And now how we do to make more professional. You take control in the first time, but after that everything easy for you for making single bar drawing, QI bar drawing, and that look more professional. That's assign one by one for all palette from technique to technique. Yeah, that take in the first time to control. Now you perform the numbering, the update numbering control. Yeah, you save. And now we create the report again. Yeah, you can see now that the bar position follow profile control with the length. Yes, with I profile, IW profile, yes, and U, L, almost for profile. After that, follow the technique, palette technique from the maximum to lower and that smaller. Yes, that easy for you to control almost thing. Yes, that is the idea to make the single bar numbering to make your project more professional. With the C-Sharp, we check the connection and we check the setting and we perform the numbering for all the object. We get all the object in the model depend on your option and you control but one by one. You make new class to control all the single bar numbering for all the getting the object and control and sort data byte and assign numbering and make the macro for numbering for it. That is depend on your idea and you can arrange to suitable with your request more and more. Now we try to import the other example model for control the numbering. Yes, the full detail for almost structure. With well bow almost thing. Yeah, with phone bow and now we open beam property and we change back prefix and start number for object we want to numbering and we perform numbering for this serial default from Tesla. Show the numbering. We create report to see how Tesla control the numbering for bar. That make random. That depend on the order you model back on the model. For the profile, for U, for L, and that random to control the numbering and that look very messy. And that make you take more time to control or making single bar drawing. And now we use the single bar control. You can push start to numbering for symbol 100 and run numbering. That collect all the object on the model. Check the data for each object one by one and collect and arrange the type for beam, blast, profile. Now that assign one by one for all the object on the model for numbering. You take in the first time to control, but after that everything easy for you to making drawing or QI single bar drawing. And assign one by one and start from 100 and you can see that start from 100 to later. You make the macro to assign the numbering one by one. The macro for assign the numbering and for the cloud object and run the assign numbering. Yeah, you only take time in the first. That's very easy for you to control single bar and workshop. And now after finish and you perform the numbering to get result and save the numbering. Now we create report to get the result. Yeah, you can see the profile start from 100 and that's assign numbering from 100 and sort below the profile, length, bow or something like that. Depend on your rule. Yes, from big profile to smaller profile. After that from the final for the plate with maximum technique and to lower technique. And that's easy for you to make workshop drawing and control for single bar. Very fast and easy. You can write the tool to make drawing also automatically based on the typical. That is some idea for control numbering for single bar and copy model to model. Hope you get some interesting for your Tesla development in the next future. Thank you for your time. See you on the next video. Thank you.